Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into that, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Alright, so today I'm going to be decorating this area I have here. It is right next to my spiral pond and I decided that I wanted to create kind of a fairy village that will lead you to the spiral pond. I have a video up on my channel on how I created this spiral pond. If you're curious and you want one on your island, go check it out. I will leave it in the time cards on top and I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Also, I just want to thank everyone that subscribed to my channel. I was not expecting all of the love and support when I started this channel, and just seeing that we hit 3,000 subscribers is insane because that's 3,000 faces out there, which I never imagined would happen, and I'm so grateful for all of you. You guys have the nicest things to say to me, which always brings so much joy reading, and I always try to reply back to everyone because you guys take the time to leave a comment, so it's only right for me to reply. But I did say that I wanted to do a giveaway, and I decided that I'm going to announce it at the end of this video. So if you want to watch the video and then wait for the giveaway at the end, or if you don't even care about the build, you can just fast forward to the end. I will not take any offense. So for this build, I wanted to create two openings. The first one, I wanted it to connect to the spiral pond, and the second one, I wanted it near the beach. My original thought was to create a bridge that connects to the spiral pond and this fairy village, but I would have to adjust the spiral pond in order to add the bridge. And when I was playing around with it, it wasn't working out, so I had to place the bridge somewhere else, but you'll see what I ended up doing later on. I did create a fairy village in my last island and I loved it so much that I wanted to recreate it again, but make it a little bit different. When I created this build, I was trying to have the theme match the rest of my island because I can easily forget that I have a fairy spring core theme. My brain just gravitates towards like anything pink that we have in Animal Crossing, so I have to tell myself, no, you have a spring core theme. In almost all of the fairy tale movies I've watched, the fairies live in this forest type environment with a lot of flowers and waterfalls and just water everywhere, with all of the butterflies and bugs just happily singing. So that is what I'm doing here for this build. I'm just creating a bunch of little rivers that will form into a pathway for you to walk through. And I really wish that there wasn't a limitation on where I can place the trees, because I would have placed a bunch of trees near the river if the game allowed it, but it is what it is. So now I'm just creating some cliffs and I'm going to bring this a bit forward just to kind of hide the spiral pond a little bit, but not too much. I love doing this because it makes the build look interesting and mysterious. I was also thinking about creating a second tier on the top of this one, but I thought it would be a bit too much if I were to do that, so I kept it just one tier. This part was a little bit tricky just because I didn't know how far I wanted to build the cliffs, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to push back the cliffs all the way to the beach, but I ended up just leaving some space so that I can later on add something there. Also on this cliff, you can climb on top and you'll have a perfect view of the spiral pond. Now I'm going to play around with the placement of the items. For this build, I will be using the doll houses in pink to act as the houses for the fairies, and I'm going to be placing them everywhere I can, and I'm adding vines to give it that overgrown feel. But of course, when I was creating the river, the game stopped me, but here I am switching the dollhouse and the bush around just because the tree covered up the dollhouse and I wanted the dollhouse to be the center of attention. Sometimes I look back at a build and I'm like, I could have changed it like this, but when you're in the moment of building, you don't think about these things until once you're done. But yeah, I'm probably going to save my dream address in June because my favorite bushes are in season and it's my birthday month, so why not? By the way, I share a birthday with Maple if you were curious. The cliffs look so weird without being decorated. You know what I've been wanting to do for a long time? I've been wanting to create an island with just the in-game designs. I've created some small areas using only in-game designs, but imagine a whole island with just just the in-game designs. I don't know what I would do with myself, just because custom designs really make your island look 1,000 times better and more unique. I mean, in my first island, I did just have in-game designs, but I was struggling to create areas, and I definitely put the game down until I was introduced to custom designs, and then I picked the game back up and I couldn't stop playing ever since. But I'm curious, I would like to do an island with just in-game designs, but that would be later on in life. I definitely want to do an Alice and Wonderland inspired island that I was telling you guys about, with a bunch of red everywhere. Imagine, with like a bunch of mushrooms. I can't wait to create that island. That is why I'm trying to finish this island as fast as I can, because I want to start on that island already. Also, hello to my favorite green leaf path. She shows up in like every single video. I started decorating this area, which is always my favorite part, because we get to see the build come to life. Because I know some of you are going to ask me for the code for the Beware of Fairy signs. Don't worry, I got you. All of the design codes that I use in this video will be listed in the description below. I'm just filling up the area with as much greenery as I can. I would have liked to add more trees, but I am very limited with the amount of space that I have. I might in a future video add trees in the surrounding areas, like the cliffs on the right side. I might do it in the next video because I have this idea in mind and I feel like I need to do it before I forget. In this little area, I wanted to add a little hangout spot for the gnomes that live here. It also gives me an excuse to use the new food items. I'm going to add this mush table that I customized in green. I thought it was very fitting for this area, and the green color kind of blends in. I didn't want the table to be the center of attention. I only wanted the foods on top to get all of the attention. Of course, I added another dollhouse here. I'm going back and finishing off the path. I decided to break up the path into two, one smaller piece here and then the other larger one. I decided to just break up the paths because it looks more natural that way. For this little area that I made, I wanted to add a giant vine so that I can add a tree in front of it. I love doing this because it makes the area look more fairy tale like, and also filling up the empty spaces with flowers, bushes. But aside from adding the dollhouse, I also wanted to add some butterflies and another gnome, just so that I can look like he's chilling here on this side next to the water reading a book. I'm almost done with the build. I'm going to decorate the top of this cliff and we're done. I honestly didn't really know what I was gonna put up here. I definitely wanted to add a tree, but I didn't want to add too many because it might block the scenery of the spire pond. Then I decided to switch up the path and use this little flower field one, just because I felt like it was going to be a little bit too much using the green leaf path. I should have decorated these two spots before I planted the tree because I hate getting stuck trying to get to the other side, but here I'm just adding some pops of orange and adding another dollhouse. I think I used about 7 dollhouses in this build. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then in this little section here, I was debating whether or not I should add a log bench here, and I decided not to add it because I felt like it was going to be difficult for you to take a picture here, so I ended up just filling up the space with custom designs. I really love the cliff codes that I used here. It really brings the area together. Then I finished off the build by adding this cute little gyroid and some purple flowers. Here is how the build ended up looking. I really love the entrance of this fairy village. Also, ignore all of my flowers on the beach. I know, it looks terrible. But I really love how this build turned out. It just feels so refreshing to look at. I'm glad I broke apart that little piece and made it my own. The gnomes just chilling there eating is my favorite part of this whole build. Now on to the part that everyone is looking forward to. Welcome to my 3K giveaway. Now for this giveaway portion of this video, I want to thank you all for the love and support. I know that I say this in like every single video, but I do truly mean it. Without you guys, I wouldn't be making any videos. To be honest, I would probably just continue to keep all of my ideas to myself. I'm just really glad I started my YouTube channel because I got to connect with so many of you and meet some really cool people and talk to you guys. The first thing I want to mention in this giveaway is that it's open to anyone that has a Nintendo Online membership. You will need this in order for me to fly to your island or for you to come to mine. For the giveaway, I will be giving away any 40 materials or items that you need. Basically, anything that you can fit in your pocket. I will be selecting 3 random people from the comments. So here are the rules. Number 1, you must have a Nintendo Online membership. Number 2, you must be subscribed to this channel. Number 3, comment up below your favorite season in Animal Crossing and why. And also add your Instagram or Twitter username. Instagram and Twitter are the only 2 forms of communication I will be using for this giveaway. The giveaway will end Friday, June 17th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So good luck, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos from me, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I love you all always. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.